Great morning, great morning, great morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Tasha M. Dye, the Trade Whisper, creator of the BYOB Cash Out Strategy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you log in, let me officially welcome you to our profit call. This is our market analysis and our profit call. And so, as you log in, what I need you all to do is drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Let me know where you're calling in from, along with those affirmations. Drop it in the chat where you're calling in from, along with those affirmations, right? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's drop it in the chat, drop it in the chat, drop it in the chat where you are calling in from, those wonderful affirmations this morning, right? Definitely want to see that. And we're about to get this call started. So I hope you all have been having a really good morning thus far, right? Definitely want to make sure you guys are doing that, having a great morning, right? That's what we're having, is a great morning. All right. And so let's see, who do we have on the line? Who do we have on the line this morning? Okay. So who I see Cleveland. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Toledo. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Stone Mountain. Good morning, Minnesota. Good morning, Cleveland, Essex, UK. Good morning. Good morning, Tampa. Good morning, London. Good morning, Milwaukee. Good morning, Manchester, UK. Good morning. Good morning, Columbus, Oak Creek, Wisconsin, and Milwaukee. Good morning, good morning. Minnesota, good morning. Milwaukee, Cleveland, good morning. Baltimore. Okay, so we representing. I see Milwaukee, Cleveland, the United Kingdom. Where is Jacksonville? Okay, I'm about to say, okay, Largo, Florida, Jacksonville. Y'all gonna sleep on me this morning. That's okay. That's okay, Jacksonville. That is okay. But guess what? We want to log in. We want to make sure that we affirm. We want to make sure we're getting our minds right. Right. Okay. Fort Polk, Louisiana. Okay. Georgia. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So now, guys, let's talk affirmations. Let's get our mind right. All right. I am an educated BYOB master trader anointed for wealth. I am the signal. All my trades in profit. I am 777. Now, for those of you all, as you're logging in, right, I know you're adding to it. I have no excuse. I like that. All right. Economically empowered. I like that. Y'all look like profit today. I am 777. I see that. I see what else? Patience, profit, right? Transformation. I see so many. I'm a BYOB average breaker, right? I'm a billionaire. I'm patient. So we want to have that mindset. And I love the mindset that I see through here. Here go Jacksonville showing up. Y'all got to come early. We got to represent, right? Just the epicenter. We got to represent. We worldwide, Jacksonville. Yes, I'm fussing this morning, right? No, I'm just playing, but I'm so serious. All right. So good morning. Good morning. Let me get my screen share together. All right. Let me go ahead and get that screen share and let's get started this morning. Now, while I do that, if this is your first time here with us this morning, your first time on a call, let me get a 111 in the chat. If you are still learning how to cash out, let me get a 222. And if you cashed out, let me give a 777. Let me get a 777 this morning. All right. Everybody should have cashed out this morning. Everybody. And I'm going to tell you why. And y'all still can't see my screen. Maybe I should click the button. I actually called a trade this morning. Boy, I tell you, how often does that happen? Or do I make you guys get it yourself? I called a trade. So let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's see. And I told y'all to bring your demo account. Show up with your demo account. You should have pushed a button. If you're not pushing a button, there is nothing, right? There is nothing that I can do to assist you. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. We have a robust call schedule. The way this works is you enroll into the academy. You learn how to utilize you enroll into the academy. You learn how to utilize the tools, and that's what puts you in a position of profit. Now, understand what we do. Good morning, New Jersey. Now, don't worry about it. So many trades in the market. It's okay. But what we do is we assist in the process, but you have to show up, right? And showing up means showing up with your demo account, showing up with your computer screens open. You have to show up. And when you show up, and you start pushing that button, it's going to make sense. We cannot sit there, right? You didn't learn how to drive by watching somebody else drive. We know we got backseat drivers. The kids already doing it. They'd be, I'm doing what you're doing. I'm doing what you're doing. You turn, we about to turn, they back there practicing. That's what y'all doing. Sitting here watching the calls, but you have to, that still is not going to help them when it's going to familiarize them, but it's not going to help them when they go to learn how to drive, right? They're going to have to get behind that wheel and learn it for themselves. So it's the same thing. You have to get into this market. You have to learn how to take the trade for yourself. Yes, you're very familiar. We're very familiar, right? But you have to get in the market. So show up. I challenge you guys to show up with your demo account. And guess what? If your trade didn't end in profit, fantastic. It's okay. And the reason I said it's okay is because you have to learn how to enter the trade. You have to learn how to push the button. You have to learn these things. So the days of showing up without a demo account, just sitting on the calls, they're over. Because I'm challenging all of you all, right? I'm challenging each and every last one of you all to make it happen. All right? Challenge accepted, challenge accepted, challenge accepted, challenge accepted. Who's accepting the challenge? All right, so we can get this call started. Who is accepting a challenge? All right, there we go. Challenge accepted. All right, so now what we want to do, let's go. I love it, I love it, I love it. Too easy, too easy. And so now what we want to do is we really want to get in here, right? We want to dive in here and we want to look at what's happening, right? We need to look at what's going on. And of course, in between the call, they had CPI, right? And so now guess what? They are running their mouth still today. Okay, what are they talking about? It really does not even matter. So I promise you, it does not even matter because we know that means that's going to have some impact on the market. We already know the market is slow as we close out this morning. We talked about how significant these red folders are and why, right? Why is the market slow? It's because of the fact that there is no economic drivers moving the market, okay? That's what's going on. Is no economic drivers moving the market. I mean, there's a lot of conversation going on about inflation and those sorts of things. There's quite a bit of conversation happening, but it's not the red folders move the market. So we're either waiting on the red folder, we're waiting on a big report or something, right? And that's what happened. And then of course we trade from a technical analysis standpoint, but we understand fundamentals move the market. Okay. Really, 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 really important. All right. Now let's go ahead and dive in. Let's take a look. So before we get on our indices, right? And remember this one, it's probably not going to balance out, right? This one is probably not going to balance out and give us the right times until after the time change. Okay. It's now happening in central time zone and everything else. This is probably not going to balance out until the time changes everywhere. So you just need to be mindful of that. I'm going to jump over here real quick. We know we have our trade setting up, but I'm going to do a quick recap. This is where I told you guys your take profit was this morning. All right. And the reason I want to do a quick recap is because when we took this, I told you to it began to pull back just a little bit and then it pressed forward. Right. And this is where I told you your take profit was. We marked this up this morning. Now, I know that some of you guys from here to here, right, that was 22 pips. And what I mentioned is everybody should have got 10. But let's say, ha, 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 you're so funny. Push the button, anime. So let's say that you did not, right? Let's say that for whatever reason, you're looking at it. OK, look, it just triggered for a buy on a higher time frame. Let's say for whatever reason, as you're looking at this, okay, for whatever reason, as you're seeing this, you got caught in this pullback. We're going to hypothetically say because nobody should have, because this is what I need you guys to understand. And I'm going to go over to BYOB cash out in just a moment, okay? Is the reality is it 10 pips and cash out? Absolutely. Can I do 10 pips and cash out? Absolutely. But we also do time frame confluence, right? And we talked about that. See, this is mixed, okay? Let me come back here. when we have to come look at the big picture of the market, I have a mixed market on this chart right now. You see how my 1 hour is in a buy and then my 4 hour is in a sell, right? You see my stochastic? That shows mixture. And this is a brand new 4 hour candle. And I want you to look at it. So when I come in here and I tell you, we came to where that last significant level was this morning. Nobody should have tried to trade past that significant level, not one person. And so this is why when you see me on these calls, you're seeing me dive deeper. This is why the calls are laid out the way that they are. This is why I walk you through the things the way that I walk you through them. Because is it 10 pips and cash out? Absolutely. Can you dive in? Absolutely. But if you're wanting to take it to that next dimension and be able to live off of your trade account, and be able to live life off of your trade account, then you're going to have to begin to continue to elevate your education, right? You have to elevate your education. You have to, you have to do those things, right? You have to. There's no if, ands, and buts about it, all right? You guys with me? Can I get a 777 in the chat? Because, and I'm not asking for a 555 for understanding, I'm asking for a 777 because that's profit, right? 777 means money. 777 is profit. 777 means we're making withdrawals, okay? And so right here is where our take profit was, and this is where we aligned it this morning. And you see that it bounced off of there, right? It bounced off of there. So unless you have clear direction in the market, we don't go past those levels. Right? We don't go past them. And that is how you set take profits, right? So even if, because some of you guys just did your 10 pips and cash out gonna always play out. But I cannot account for your pip reaction time. I cannot account for how long it takes for you to get in the market. I cannot account for that. And I don't want you to feel bad if you got I've seen 15, 16 pip reaction time. All right. I've been doing this for a while. I've been seeing people with all kind of pip reaction time. And so this is why these things are so important, because you got to be okay if you got 10 pips and you got to be okay if you got 5. All right. But your 10 pip take profit from where you entered the trade might be down here. And if you still don't see this, then you might need to do your 10 pips from where the trade activated and not from where you entered. So you might walk away with 3 pips, and so what? So what? Live to trade another day. I'd rather have a 3 pip profit than a trade that hit my stop loss because I didn't account for my pip reaction time. All right. So y'all with me? We took profit this morning, and if you didn't, now you understand why you didn't, right? So y'all with me? 555. Are y'all with me? Everybody should have taken profit because I gave you to take profit, right? But and you guys know I don't do that, but I knew what the market was doing. So I wanted to make sure you knew where that, not to push the issue, right? All right, so let's get in here. Now, also this morning, I want you to, this didn't move. We thought it was. I mentioned this probably would. It did not, okay? I can tell you what did move, though, is gold. I told y'all gold was going to close this out, and it did. So you notice it got here, and I told you it had to break this. So it got to here. You see it pull all the way back down here, kind of what we explained. Same thing, right? Where were we at this morning? Which one was it? And I was mentioning sloppy price action. The one that I was trying to teach you guys, the sloppy price action. This one. This one came and closed out in this area too. So we talked about this trade right here. And you see, this is what gold did. You see how it'll come back and it'll hit that lower low, and it hasn't created anything new. So you either got a change coming or it's just sloppy price action. And that's pretty much what gold did, right? That's pretty much what happened with gold. If I can find it, right? So you see, it pulled back, it came up, it pulled back, it did not create any lower lows or anything, and then it pulled back up. So when I say gold was going to close this out, I meant gold was going to close this out. And this is where your analyzation comes in. So gold actually came up. This is our markup from the other day, and gold closed out, all right? And so those are the things that we're looking for, right? Bitcoin did as well. Bitcoin came up here too. So these are all the things we've been analyzing. Now, what I also did, we take profit. Can I get some 777s, right? And this is just gonna come with practice, guys. You guys are gonna see it, but I just kind of want to make sure I take my time and walk you guys through these things. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm walking you through. So you want to make sure you never miss a Tuesday night, right? That's the foundation. But on these calls, what we're doing is we're building on top of that, right? Because in order to do what I'm walking you through, Tuesday nights are necessary because that's the foundation and that's the basics. That's going to help you understand exactly what you're looking for. That's going to help you understand how to correlate the timeframes together. You laid a strong foundation. You cannot build a house on a sloppy foundation. So in the evenings, we educate. In the mornings, we implement. So what I'm showing you how to do is build on top of that foundation. That's exactly what we're doing. So these calls we're very deliberate in the way we deliver the information. Okay. So I just want to be very, very clear. So that's a foundation call. And now we're building on top. And so you can see how these things closed out. Now, when I come here to my indices, okay, let's see if we have any triggers. Now, I want you to be very understanding that the way the market's been doing is tapped everywhere that we said it was going to tap. And so I don't want you forcing take profits or not securing your profits or, right? We're going to talk tomorrow night. I made my mind up. I'm going to pause on what we were teaching and I'm going to go back to what we need to do as far as helping you understand the market, right? The different types of markets and those sorts of things to really kind of help you get a good understanding of why you see like this pull down and then it pull up. Why do you see those things? Why is the market not just a clear trendy market right now? And you can see the market is attempting to set up, right? We have quite a few that we're monitoring, right? The AUD USD, right? We got quite a few. This didn't pull back down. You know what I mean? Like this should be buying. It's not, you know, GBP NZD should be, when I look at my higher time frames, it's still not, you know what I mean? So we have quite a few setups on our higher time frames that really should be pulling around. So the market is setting up. It just hasn't activated yet. It just really hasn't started that movement. And so you're really starting to see that movement. But when we look here, all right, look at the mixture all week and the other day. What have we been having, right? We've been having either this has been all green or all red, all buys or all sells. All buys are all sells. That's what's been happening. And now it's all over the place, right? And it's the same ones, right? So look, so it's just so, but you know, they normally flow together. It's not a guarantee they're going to flow together, but they normally flow together. So we do have some mixed market. Once again, we don't have a lot of things. And they got these speeches like, what are y'all talking about today? Go sit down somewhere. What do y'all still need to talk about, right? That's how I feel. I'm just being transparent. Like, why y'all talking? Just quit talking. Give me my red folders and let me trade. So, but I'm saying it like that because I don't want you feeling like you have to take a trade, like you have to force a trade, you know, because we talk about one trade a day and set you free. This your bonus check and everything else, you know, but I don't need you trying to force trades. If some days you're going to take no trades, some days you're going to take 5 trades, okay? But it's all very dependent on the market, okay? I just want to be clear. And so, but the goal obviously is one trade a day, but if it's not there, then you leave it alone, right? Leave it alone. If you go to the store and you go to buy something and it's not there, then you know what I mean? Like, do you force them to go find it? No, you can't force them to go find it. You just go wait till the shipment come in. So you got to wait till the liquidity come in. That's our shipment. You got to wait till they restock. So let's wait for the market to restock on the liquidity. All right. So we're not forcing anything. Okay. All right. Excuse me, guys. I told you, me and these allergies going to fight. I promise we're going to fight. All right. So now when we're looking, so my higher time frame, remember, my higher time frame give me direction. Is this directional? So you see my stochastic is pulling down and it's almost like it's resetting. That's really what, you know, it's almost like it's resetting, right? Right? So so that's where we are. It's almost like it's resetting. And so as you can see that it's resetting, right? And you can see that that's what's transpiring. When you come up here to my 4 hour, you can see that my 4 hour has been kind of flatline, but it's rejecting off of this cycle level right here, right? So you can definitely see that. And so here, right, we can see where it's rejecting off of that line, but even with this pull down, it never pulled down. So anything that we take, if it sells, you need to be very mindful of how far you think it's going to go, right? We're already identified. We got some mixture. My stochastic on my 1 hour is pulling down. My 4 hour is kind of hanging around up there. It's not allowing it to pull down. It resets a little bit. It pulls up. So you see where we're kind of hanging out. There's obviously there's more gain in the market, right? Than there. So here, right? This is what we are, right? So you see that? So you can see now it's some money in there. Let's just be real, right? This is indices, right? That's 100 points right there, okay? So it's 100 points. Don't let me hear y'all say pips. Please don't ever do that. I'm gonna just get your mind right now. Let's not do that. So right in here, right? Because if I go to Bloomberg, they're gonna tell me the market moved in so many points, right? An educated trader is a profitable trader. An educated trader is a profitable trader. So we're going to focus on right terminology, right understanding, okay? This is not pips, it's points. I'm not going to make it sound like it's 1,000 pips to make you feel good, okay? Well, I'm not here for hype. I'm here for education. I'm here for empowerment. That's what we're here for. So right here, what you're seeing is some of this movement, right? You see that it's been moving, but you can see how it's been moving in here. So this is where my super scalpers live, but I don't need you to try to be a super scalper just to try to get something, because the same way the market's scalping one direction, it is scalping the other. That's something you have to practice. And I'm telling you, if you're not pushing a button, please, you're never going to get a feel for indices. Okay, you cannot watch me trade an indice and think that you on top of the world and you're going to jump in there and do what I did. You have to push the button. You have to get in there. And this is why your demo account is so important, okay? Indices move. They move. So you have to really get in there and get a good feel for them. But it's mixed right now. So the only thing, right, it will have to break through here. It's going to have to break through there. But so anything you do inside of here, I just want to be very clear this morning. This is my disclaimer. I'm putting it out there. Anything you do in here, you are a super scalper, and it's in a consolidated state. When we look up here, you see that? That's a consolidated state. We already discussed it. So I'm just letting you know right now. Don't message me. Don't message me. Don't send me no message. What happened? I'm telling you right now what happened. All right, because some people are gonna drop a 777, but I'm trying to give you the conditions of the market right now. So don't send me no message talking about no, don't do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. I'm gonna ask you where you listening. I'm gonna send you back to this call and be like, go back to where we at. Go back to minute 23 and go listen to the disclaimer. Actually start at 20 and go listen to the disclaimer. All right. So now, so you see where our NASDAQ is, okay? So you see where NASDAQ is. We can kind of see that it's kind of having that same impact. So I just want to see if anything new triggered, right? So we still got a little mixture that's pulling for a sale on that German 30. Gold is still pushing for a buy. You see all of this is positive. You look at 39 minutes ago and 8 minutes ago. So we might end up over here. S&P is still having, S&P gonna have that same conversation. Look the same, don't it? S&P looks the same. Definitely does. It looks the same. Come on over here. And now we'll be mindful of this little area right up in here. Gold is going to have to break through there. Matter of fact, let's look at this 18, right? That's obviously a significant level. So right? Let me see. I got the different one. So let's do that, but I'm gonna still make it the right color. All right. So we got about 5 minutes, but hey, it doesn't. Let me check my 4 hour real quick. All right. So you see that? Bam, 4 hour and a buy. 1 hour, right? So we got a little mixture, but look at that curve starting to happen. I need some curve here. I need that. Look at my 30-minute start. You see how it reset and we're starting to get, so I told you the reset don't always come all the way down here. This is what I mean about you'll start understanding the market. It'll start, you'll start understanding how my time frames correlate together. So you see we're rejecting here. You're in that correction, but even right here, you notice it didn't come all the way to the 20. You notice it didn't come all the way to the 20, but if I come down here to my 5-minute, it was all the way down here on the 20. So on my indices, commodities, cryptocurrencies, I can drop down to my lower time frames and analyze from there. But you can see how it pulled here, but it wasn't, right? This is where that correction happened. So that was a continuation trade. So here it was, but then look, it was down here, corrected. And you see, it's like a continuation till we got to where we wanted to go. And so, but this was still, it was a nice buy on my hour, and it was a nice buy on my 4-hour. Okay. That's what I mean about understanding how the time frames work together, right? So you can kind of see that they look like we're trying to correct right here. So you got, don't take a sale. That's all I'm gonna tell you. If it does sell, fantastic. Something's gonna get in the market, but never counter trend trade gold. Can I give you that disclaimer? Can I give you that disclaimer? Can you hear me? Do not counter trend trade gold or Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trying to do the same thing. So look at all this is positive, right? Now it's in a buy status. It's green. All right. I know some of y'all look at it and say, but it's blue, right? Just it's some of y'all colorblind. That's all. You got that colorblind thing going on. So no, I had that conversation with some people the other day, but it looks blue. So I'm just letting you know it's green because it's, that money green, right? Buy green. That's why it's green. So you can kind of see and you kind of look at it, okay? So it's like that. What was that dress that was gold and white, right? Right? You look at it, it just people see things different. So did I put EMAs on here? What did Miss Anderson tell y'all last night? You not bringing a potato salad? Was you on the call last night? So, right? So, so don't, the reason I'm saying it like that, don't add to, right? Don't add to. Do not add to. There are moving averages in here, right? There are moving averages in here. So don't add to. Don't add. You can, and the reason I'm saying it like that is because you can, you can do analysis paralysis, right? You can do analysis paralysis. So you can do analysis paralysis. So don't add to, don't add to. So here we go. Let's see. Let's go down here and let's kind of wait and see what's going on. All right. So let's see. Let's wait. So we're down to less than 2 minutes. All right, questions, comments, testimonies. All right, ready. We got a minute. But seriously, don't add to. We're not focused on a currency pair, right? I'm focused on helping the tools do the heavy lifting for you, right? So understanding our calls, the 5 o'clock call is geared toward the foreign exchange. Right now, the Wall Street Bell has opened, and with the Wall Street Bell opening, that is why we are focused on our indices on this particular call, all right? Just for clarity. But welcome. If you're new to it, welcome. So don't get stuck on a currency pair, focus on the skill set. And as you learn the skill set, you'll know how to trade whatever. And then you'll know how to use the tools very powerfully. We're down about 8 seconds or 5 seconds now. And let's see. It look like we're trying to push. Trying. I'm gonna drop down so you can see the activity. I'm not quote unquote trading off the minute. Okay, I want to be clear. I'm just dropping down so you can see the activity. You're obviously going to get a candle a minute where I'm at right now. We already analyzed it. We know where we are. We never analyze from this time frame, okay? This is not where we analyze. We're down here to see the activity in the market, okay? That's what we're down here for, to see all the activity so we know how to jump in if we jump in, all right? That's what we're looking for. All right. Yeah, the PSR did flip. PSR did flip. Just be mindful that my stochastic is in a sale, right? My PSR flip, but my stochastic is in a sale. There is some resistance that happens around here. There is definitely some resistance. So but that's a good observation. Very good observation. So let's go up a little bit. My stochastic is still pointed downward, right? My stochastic is still pointed downward, okay? So we're getting some resistance. Now here on my 15 is still in a buy. So what you're seeing is that resistance. So any sale I would be mindful of. So with that, we got a nice buy right there. We got a nice buy on my 30-minute, right? So you look at how my stochastic's trying to curve right here. It hasn't really curved yet, but look how it's trying. Yep, you have to be patient. So it might pull, you see how it's pulling down? And that's pretty much what we traded the other 2 days because of how it pulled down. So, right? But this one's not pulling down like that. So the last 2 days, that's what we traded, right? The last 2 days, that's what we traded. So I just want you to be mindful that there's some heavy resistance for it to break through that psych level. But my stochastic is pointed down. That's the resistance you see. But we got that new 15-minute candle and you see what happened right here, all right? Let's jump over here. See, it's doing the same thing. You see how it's trying to break through, right? Right there, it already kind of broke through. It actually broke through on this side. So I just want you to so this one actually broke through. Let's see what's happening right here. Look at how I'm starting to pull up on my stochastic right there. My NASDAQ, right? Same thing. Do we have any indice trigger? Nope, nothing still. Nothing still. And that's okay. Because we already know, we already talked about it. So you're just trying to wait for that break to happen is what you're looking for. Because we already told you. That's why I said, don't call me because I'm telling you right now. And so let's be mindful of those areas right up in here, which is real close to that psych level right there. But we haven't broke it yet. We just haven't broken it yet. We are not breaking it just yet. And you see how long it took it to get up there yesterday. So I just want you to be clear. You see how long it took you to get up there yesterday. It took quite a while for it to, right? We took down, what time was this? So yeah, we took it about right here and then it pulled up and you can see how long it took it to get up there yesterday. And then it went to that consolidated state. That's what it did. Now that these move, let's see if we got any movement over here. See, this is mixed too. It's giving me that same thing. Look down here, my 4 hours in the sale, my 1 hour's in a buy. All my GBPs are triggering for a buy. Look, GBP AUD, GBP CAD, GBP AUD, right? All of that's kind of triggering for a buy. So be mindful. We already talked about that one. So let's go back on over here and see what's happening. Bitcoin, you can kind of see where that's at. Look at gold. Gold never broke. It pulled back significantly. I told y'all, didn't I say if it's sale, don't be so happy about taking it? See, this is one of the, this 30-minute did pull down. This is one of those things where you start, so you would have been able to like do what we did with GBP USD. But this is one of those things where you have to be patient and understand, because gold is not something I want to counter trend trade. I'm just letting you know that right now. So that's definitely not something I want to counter trend trade. But we didn't jump back over here. But that would have been a good sell opportunity from us, like I would say scalping, because I wouldn't have gone no further than that support and resistance line. Okay. I just wouldn't have gone no further than that. Because gold will bounce off of these support and resistance lines. They will, and then they'll turn around and gain their momentum. That's what I mean about, just be careful with it. If you would have taken that sale, would we have been able to? Yeah, but I just want you to be mindful of that. This is trying to break through. Let's go ahead and get back down here. We might have to close a little bit early because I do have an appointment. So let me see. Patience, patience, profit, patience, patience, profit, patience, patience, profit. Patience, patience, profit. Look at that. See how it's wicking out? Patience, patience, profit. It's like they keep knocking on the door, but it's not going through. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Right? So we have 43. So you see, now you guys see how that works? You guys see how that works? Yes, no, maybe so. Who got a 777 already? Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. It should retest that line a little bit. It should, as it pulls through there. Let's see if we got anything coming through. So, right? So you see how it's trying to break it? It's never gonna just be a clean break. But this just flipped for a buy too. It's always gonna tap the line. It's gonna knock on the door and then it's gonna pull. You see that? That's why I'm saying you always want to make sure it clears. It needs to clear. Because if it doesn't clear, like think about this for a moment as we looking at that. Like, let's go back to this. Let's drop down where you can see the activity. Okay. This is the line we talked about. You see how this pulled through, but so let's say you got a retest that might happen, right? It'll retest and then go. That's not what happened here. It broke through a little bit. I don't call it a clean break because when it pulled back up, it never. In order for me to sell, I would have had to keep coming down. I would have had to keep coming down, and that's not what happened. All right, that's not what happened. So now you're seeing how they react, and I'm down here like this. Yeah, it's trying to bust the door. It's trying, but this is why I'm always down here on the low time frames, because I'm trying to train your mind and your eyes to see the market. I'm trying to help you hear the market and hear from the market, right? I'm trying to help you build that relationship with the market. Because, y'all, I promise you, I'm not crazy when I say that. I promise I'm not crazy. But I want you guys to understand also, because you guys spaz out on pullback, and I want you to not spaz out on pullback. I really want you to understand what the market's doing. And so here we are. It might not happen till 45 if we don't get something right now. That's just how this market works. I see the 777s. Okay, UK's coming through with the 777. So, right? All right. Look at it. So that's where it tried to break through there. This is where it pulls back. This is where we're going, right? So look at how my stochastic is. You see, that's a clear indication. If I'm on my 1 minute, that's just indication of rejection. That's not direction. That's just indication, right? My 1 minute cannot give me any direction at all. It cannot. It cannot. It cannot. It cannot. It cannot. So here we are at 40. Let's see what the 5-minute is doing now, since we just got a new 5-minute candle, right? You can see. You see how you don't see all that activity on the 5-minute? That's why we dropped down. I don't see all of that. You don't see all that activity. That's just a nice, beautiful candle. And like I said, the reason I'm dropping down is because you guys spaz out. You see this and you're like, why is my trade pulling back? I don't know why my trade, I don't know what's going on. Why am I not in profit, right? It's green. So remember, higher time frame, give me direction. Look how pretty that is. Look at how that stochastic starting to curve. Higher time frame, give me direction, right? Higher time frame, give me direction. Right? You see that rejection and everything that's happening right there. Mid time frame, give me analysis. That's beautiful right there. Look at how that blue line is pulling up right now. So that's beautiful. Mid time frame, you see that separation and that stochastic? Mid time frame, give me direction. And my lower time frames is how I enter a trade, right? That's how I enter. That's where all my activity is. That's why everything comes through over here. Okay. So you can see, now you can see, look at it. We're coming out. Is that helping anybody? Is this helping anybody? Is it helping anybody? Because a US 30, that pullback, let me just talk about this pullback real quick. So let's say because I don't ever need you trying to get in a trade before a support and resistance line, especially a psych level. That pullback alone, where did it pull back? That's at a minimum a $20 pullback, depending on when you got in the trade, at a minimum. So depending on when you got in the trade, if you would have taken a trade, let me say if you would have taken a trade. So at a minimum, that's a $20 pullback. And it can be more than that, as you guys have experienced. So that's what I need you to understand, that it will pull back. So we're watching paint dry. That's what we're doing. But I'm trying to train. If we got opportunity to train, we're going to train. That's just what we're going to do. We'll have a training opportunity. We're going to train, because I don't need you guys getting caught up in anything. Now look at my stochastic, right? What's that song? Let's go, let's go. Where's that song? Where my singles at? Let's go, let's go. Because y'all know it's not me. That thing is not that. See what I tell y'all? This is why patience, profit. I tell you what, you got to be disciplined. But that's the case with anything in life that you ever going to be successful with. So this is not different, right? This is not different. And I'd rather sit here and be patient on this than be patient on building somebody else's wealth. I can tell you that. I'll be patient on understanding this. Patient, I'm learning. Absolutely. That's why I'm breaking it down like that. Because I could have been like, you know what? We won't even have a trade right now. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. But I'd rather you guys understand the type of market we're in. I'd rather you guys understand how important this stuff is. I'd rather you understand how the market reacts around support and resistance lines. I would rather help you build a relationship. Just think about it like your first date, right? You ever been on a first, look, the piece on the flip, everything. It's like, it's not trying to break through there. Think about like a first date you ever been on, or the first time you went to a meeting, or the first time you had a conversation with somebody. You had to get a good feel for them, right? You know what you think you know about them, but I really got to get a good feel for you before, right? To build a relationship. You can't order their food I can't order your food if I don't know you, or I haven't built a relationship with you, right? We don't need to treat the market like only when I need something, right? That's not how we treat the market. You have to build that relationship. You got to be able to go be like, after you build a relationship, you be like, oh, I know what they want. This is what they're going to get, right? Before they even tell you what they want. You're able to order for yourself and for them, because now you have a relationship and you understand that person, right? Same way with the market. It's a relationship, and you'll hear the market talk to you. So you're not going to be successful in the market just saying, you know what, I'm going to only visit you when I need something. No, ma'am, no, sir. That's the same way a relationship work, right? If I only with you when I need something, that's a problem. That's a problem. You see it? All right. Questions, comments, testimonies as we wait on this. Questions, comments, testimonies. You love this group? We love you too. BYOB. Yes, yes, yes. Be your own babe. BYOB family. It's a family. Yeah, that's not. I mean, we're not gonna sit here and watch the paint dry. So if y'all got questions, but look, are we gonna go? We're at 45 now. So look, what I tell y'all, 45. That piece our flip, we golden. Look at a 5 minute. Look at my 3 minute. Look at my 1 minute. Is it finally going to break? So 45, 45. We got a new 15-minute candle. Let's look at my 15-minute candle. Look at that new 15. Look how nice and pretty that 15-minute candle is, right? Look at how nice and pretty that is. So we still got that nice momentum up there. That new 5-minute candle, even my stochastic starting to curve back up on that 5 minute. My 3 minute, look at how that's moving. So let's go back over here to this 1 minute. It's getting close to that PSAR. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. Let's see what our S&P is doing. What's best friend doing? Best friend is still not cooperating. Let's see. But it's pretty much doing the same thing though. It's pretty much doing the same thing. Look at the mixture in the market. 5 minute, and it came at the exact same time, at the exact. See this? All these are indication. It's a clue. It's a clue, ladies and gentlemen. It's a clue. So look at how my trigger came. The same currency, different time frames, but at the same trigger point, the exact same trigger point. One for a sell, one for a buy. That's a clue of mixture in the market, okay? That's a clue, all right? That's a clue. GBP AUD, that one triggered for a buy, right? That's a clue, that's a clue, that's a clue. See why I told you don't get excited about that sale? So here we go, we getting close. Questions, comments, testimonies. Guys, questions, comments, testimonies. We're going to close out here in about 2 minutes, but any questions, comments, testimonies? I'm telling you, it's going to move. If it does, look, well, there it is. So any questions, comments, or testimonies? Y'all should have learned something today. Yes, I got a yes. I got a yes. I got a yes. Now, don't forget, you had those levels in here. Pay attention to my zeros because the market will react on those. All right. So I know what we marked up there when we look left, but you had a 30 right there. Okay. You have that. I want you to pay attention to those levels because we can react off of those, right? We can react off of those, but this thing is buying. Did anybody get $100 day yet? That's all I want to know. If we have $100 day, $100 day, $100 day. $100 day, $100 day, $100 day. I taste freedom. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right? See how the market reacts to those, right? You see that? See the little reaction? This is where we do not spaz out. We do not spaz out. We do not. Look at there. Okay. I said $100 day. It's not even $500, $4.99. I love the accuracy rate. I love the precision. So you see, you don't fall into that psychological because most people would be like, oh, 500, 400, right? 450. But that's, so for my question, my psychological people, right? My psychological level people, that's what that means, right? Most people won't say $4.99. Most people will say 500. So that's just, so that's how my sister is. I told her she was the only person I ever met like that. Now I know another. Now I know another. So you see how I slow down a little bit? It'll break. So you know where our goal is. All right. So let's see. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. So let's see here. So from here to here, when that piece are flipped, I'm gonna just do it a little bit above that line. So that's 43 points. Up to here is gonna be about, let's just say 65. All right. Now, can it break through there? We're gonna see. It's probably gonna react around here just because we don't have nothing where we look left, right? Nothing where we look left. So when we look left, you can kind of see. Now this is where it kind of wicked out. So I'm gonna just kind of do it like this. And I'm gonna change the color because that's for our psych levels. But I'm gonna change the color because I don't want you guys trying to push it. If you go past that orange line, secure your profit. Okay, y'all hear me? Past that orange line, secure your profit. Past that orange line, secure your profit. Past the orange line, secure your profit. Nobody should be experiencing any sort of loss. If you do stop out, you stop out in profit. So we had a really good morning. You see I was reacting to the orange line. You probably got a little pullback. You feel a little pullback, and then it's going to break through. If it does not secure your profit, y'all hear me? Okay. All right. I love you all. Miss Reed, can you close us out?
Yes, thank you so much for the clarity today. You are indeed a master teacher. Let's pray. Mighty God, everlasting Father, the great I am, Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. We honor your presence. We magnify and exalt you. We are thankful and appreciative and grateful for our dynamic dream team, our second generation of educators, as well as every generation to follow. Continue to bless and anoint Mr. Rogers, Dr. Bythewood, Miss Dyer, Pastor Washington, Mr. Sims, Miss Perry, Miss Brantley, and Mrs. Anderson. Thank you that yokes are being destroyed for generations to come. Thank you, God, for leading us to the next million households by March 28, 2022, that they too can be impacted, empowered, and educated just as we are. We thank you that we are excited, educated master traders, and we know what we are doing. We are profitable traders. So we go down from this profit call, rejoicing in the clarity that we've received. God, we have readily received that clarity, and we bless and thank you for all things. In Jesus' name we pray, amen, and thank God. This officially ends this profit call, and we're going forth today rejoicing, knowing that we are profitable traders and we can go in prosperity and abundance. God bless. And see you tomorrow at 5 a.m.